120 plus 50, 170A is 4.9 times 12 squared. And then A is equal to 4.9 12 squared over 170. What is that? Okay, once you get that, then you can go back and get the V final, 10 times 4.15. So that's 41.5. And then you can get the Y final, 50 times 4.15. Then what can you do? Then if I want to know the V final here, I do. I could use the. That's probably the easiest one to solve for the V final. V final is V initial minus 9.8 T. V initial is going to be what? Again, don't put 0, right? That's the pitfall. You're going to put 0. No, it's not 0. The initial is 10A, which comes from here. And then 10A, we just solved the A. So the V initial is 41.5, right? So that's your V initial. Minus 9.8, what's T? 20 seconds? 12, okay? You see all the pitfalls here you got to avoid. So 12 seconds, not 20. Nowhere in this problem should you ever use 20, because the two stages are completely separate. Okay? So 41.5, that's going to be the final velocity. Another pitfall is people sometimes put V final is 0. They're solving a problem like this and they put V final as 0. They're thinking to themselves, the final velocity after the rocket hits the ground and then comes to rest. The final velocity of the rocket ends up being 0, right? But when we're asking for V final, we mean the final velocity of the rocket just before it hits the ground. We don't mean after it hits the ground and it comes to rest, what is its final velocity? Then, of course, it's 0, you know. We mean the final just before it hits the ground. So don't put 0, okay? Okay, so that's going to give you some negative number, right? And then once you get that, then if you want to know H max, let's see, we could use what? The easiest one for H max is, because we don't know the time from here to here, right? We don't know that T. The easiest one to use is the one that doesn't have the T, right? Because we know the V final up here is what? 0. So I would use the one that doesn't have T. So this one would be 0. V initial would be 41.5. Y final would be your H max. Y initial will be the 50A, right? Which is whatever this gives you here. .7 meters. So that's your Y initial. So H max should be a number greater than 207 then. That's the highest height it reaches. Okay, now let's do one that's a horizontal problem.